Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about privacy in Chapter 9 CSC134. First of all, what is privacy? Privacy concerns the collection and use of data about individuals or companies to deny or restrict the collection, use and dissemination or information about them. This means that privacy is about how information about individuals or companies is collected, used and shared. People and organizations should have the right to control or limit how their information is used. Because of the internet and technology, huge databases now store personal data online, which increases privacy concerns. Now let's take a look at three primary privacy issues. Firstly is the accuracy. The people or organizations that collect data are responsible for accuracy. The data must be correct, up-to-date and secure. Wrong data can harm someone, for example, like mistaken identity. Secondly is the property. These issues ask like who owns the data, who has the right to use it or sell it. For example, does your data belong to you or the company that collects it? And lastly, the access. This focuses on who is allowed to see or use the data or who controls access. Not everyone should have free access to personal information, so the responsibility to access the data is in the hands of those who control and use of data. Now we are going to look at the privacy threats. One of the threats is the large databases. Large organizations collect information about us daily. Why is this a threat? Because big data is growing very fast. For example, about 90% of today's data was collected in the last 2 years. There are many organizations that collect our data such as government agencies, telephone companies, credit card companies, supermarket scanners, financial institutions, search engines, and social networking sites. But be careful because there are some companies that collect and sell our personal data and also create electronic profiles without us fully realizing it. Next, because personal information is valuable, it becomes a marketable commodity, which causes issues like collecting public but personally identifying information, for example like Google Street View. And then other issues is like spreading information without personal consent, which leading to identity theft. And the last one is like spreading inaccurate information, which can cause mistaken identity. Lastly, there's a law called Freedom of Information Act. This means that people have the right to view records about themselves. These records are held by government agencies. This law helps promote transparency and accountability. The second threat is privacy networks. This slide focuses on risks to employee privacy when using a company's internal network. First of all, the company mostly has employee monitoring software, which means that the company can track employee activity on work devices and networks. This can include monitoring email legally. In the future, a proposed law could prohibit this type of electronic monitoring or at least require the employer to notify the employee first.
Online identity, the information that people voluntarily post about themselves online. Archiving and search features of the web make it available indefinitely, and major laws on privacy. Next, the internet and the web. Illusion of anonymity, people are not concerned about privacy when surfing the internet or when sending email. When browsing the web, critical information is stored on the hard drive in the location. First, history files include locations or addresses of sites you have recently visited.
Temporary internet files are files that automatically save when user visit a website on the internet. They are also known as browser cache. These files help website load faster on the next visit because the information and data have already been stored on user device. Cookies are small data files that store on a user device when accessing or visiting a website. This data help website remember user preferences and improve the user browsing experience. There are two main types of cookies. First-party cookies are created by the website itself while you are visiting it. Third-party cookies are created by advertisers and used to track users' activities. There are many purposes of cookies such as it allows personalization, save user password and login details, and access based online shopping. Cookies also can track user visit on the website and show targeted advertisement.
Privacy modes are features or settings that help protect a user's personal information and activity by limiting what is recorded, shared, or visible while using a device, app, or system. In simple terms, a privacy mode reduces tracking of your actions, prevents saving of history or activity, limits who can see your information, and helps to keep your data more private. Next in line is privacy threats. Privacy threats are risks or actions that can expose, misuse, or steal a person's personal information without their permissions. In simple terms, privacy threats are anything that can harm your privacy or personal data. Common privacy threats include hacking, which is unauthorized access to accounts or devices, malware, which is harmful software that can secretly collect data, and lastly, unsecure networks, which is using public Wi-Fi that allows others to intercept data.
Example of privacy and preventions. Firstly is online banking information. A person clicks a fake email link that looks like it's from a bank and enters their username and password. The scammer gains access to the bank account. Preventions. Enable two-factor authentications. Check the website URL carefully. Never share OTP or online banking password with anyone. Next is social media account privacy. A student posts personal information such as phone number, home address, and daily location on social media. For example, it is Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Strangers can misuse this information for stalking or scams. Preventions. Set social media accounts private. Avoid sharing sensitive information online. Review privacy settings regularly.